You just peek it here and you go, actually, that's a red card. Perfect. Not only is it a red card, at this point you reverse count the cards, so the double card goes on top. You say, not only is it a red card, you say it's a heart because you peeked it and it's a heart. Not only is it a heart, and I'm tapping it for a reason to give justification to the next move, which is a little illogical. Not only is it a heart, but in fact, you're now going to make it seem like you're turning this card over. If you did that, it would show a jack. This is a move I learned in Apocalypse, and I cannot tell you the exact crediting. I think it might be Ken Krenzel, I'm not sure. It's a switch and a Monty, which was done in an entirely different concept, nothing to do with this. But you're going to allow this to act as a double facer. What's going to happen is you're going to look to turn this over. What's happening is this. You turn, your fingers grab on top, your thumb underneath. That's the exposed view. That's what you're grabbing right there. Okay? So you go here, you grab there, you turn both these over end for end like that. At the same time, you're going to push with your fingers that way and pull with your thumb this way. So push, pull. So from here to here. From here to here. So it really gives the illusion. In slow motion, it doesn't give the illusion, but in quick motion, in actual speed, it looks like you just turned the card over. It's very casual, and it's pretty wild. So you say, look, one face down card, yours. You show the card. I drop it on top at this point. This is another reason why I didn't want full stickiness, because you're going to have to misdirect slightly by talking to the audience at this point as you pull the card off, and I flick it, because there's going to be a little bit of sound if you listen closely. It's not much. It's a little bit. It almost seems like that's the sound you would make when you pull a card off the pack. But that's a little bit of stickiness coming off. You then throw it down. Now here's the neat thing. Because the sticky side is here, if you do a double lift here and turn this down and squeeze, you'll end up with two cards that can be thrown down, two jacks, which to all intents and purposes are just two jacks. Your sticky card gets disappeared, so to speak, on this card. And they can examine this card all they want. So to all intents and purposes, they are left with the impression that this card was here from the very beginning. Very, very strong trick. I hope you can have some fun with it. I know I did, especially when I do this. Hee hee. Okay, oh, geez, you know what? I brought the wrong deck. I wanted the red cards. You know what? We'll do it anyways. I'm going to go through the cards. It would have been better with a red deck. You know what? Look, just say stop. Let's say right here. Perfect. I'll go through, just say stop again right there. And let's try it one more time. Just say right there. Perfect. So 3 spots that you said stop in the pack here. Actually, I told you this would have been better with a red deck. Let's try this. Here, watch. If I just hold it over the pack and concentrate. Oh, that's cool. Let's try that again. Watch. Oh, that's nice. In fact, if I hold these over the other red cards, they change to red. In fact, if I take all the cards, just give them a little flick, they all change to red. Hello, what's your name? I'm shy. Don't be shy. I think you're very attractive. No, really? No, really? Ah! Okay, here's how the trick is done. What you're going to need is a blue deck of cards. Inside, here's what you got. You have, this is the basic setup. You have a regular deck of red cards. Use whatever deck of cards that you will want to continue your card tricks with. So in this case, I like red cards, so I do the trick with red. If that's the case, here's your gimmicks. You're going to have a double-backed card. it is blue on one side, red on the other. I prefer blue on this side, red on this side. Although sometimes I purchase where it's red this side, blue that side. But seriously, try and get the ones with blue this side, red that side. Help me, somebody. Here's what you do. Put the blue card on top, blue side facing up. Then take a regular blue card, and you're going to apply 2 sticks of sticky side of the sticky spray tape. One this length, one this length. So you have one going down here, one going down here, as you can tell by this. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, so here's what you do. This goes on top of the pack there. You then place everything inside your blue deck, blue card case. Now, the interesting thing here, when you're doing the trick, you will notice that if this is in your pocket for a while, there will be a tendency for that top card, which has got the sticky stuff, to stick to the bottom or the upper lip of the pack. So that doesn't happen when you're trying to pull the deck out. I recommend making sure that half moon is not covered by that sticky part here. Make sure it's cut open. So you just put your thumb there, and then you can just simply reach in and pull it out like that without any problem. Okay? So there you go. Your sticky side is here, followed by your double backer, blue side up, red side down, and the rest of your red deck. You're then going to take out the cards. Initially, when you take them out, when you say you're about to do the trick, you do mention, oh, geez, actually, you know what, I brought the wrong pack. You know what, I'm supposed to do this with the red deck. Okay, you know, we'll do it anyways. You do a little acting here. You just want to convince them that this is the wrong deck of cards. This would have worked better with a red deck, but you'll do it anyways. The subtlety of showing the case and the deck at the same time, turning both over, really creates the illusion of blue. To further create the illusion, you're going to do a Hindu shuffle. What that is you're pulling stocks of card off the top of the pack. When you're shuffling like this, it looks like it's just haphazard and they're coming out of anywhere, but it's really only coming off the top portion all the time. Okay? So you start with that on the bottom and you shuffle off. You say, look, here, would you just say stop anytime you want? Someone says stop. And notice as I'm shuffling, I'm just convincing that they're blue cards. Just every couple of shuffles, I'll turn the card over and just say stop. So they keep seeing flashes of blue. Convinces them, again, it's a blue deck. I say, do you want this card here or this card here? I keep turning it over. If they say this one, I thumb it off. I say, great, we'll continue. Just say stop. Here, again, do you want this one or that one? Again, always getting a circumstance where I could turn the pack over. So that's perfect when I tap that. They say that one, perfect. And you do it one more time. Let's say they choose that one. You say, perfect. I now then put these back, hold a break, double cut those cards to the bottom, and turn it over again. Another interesting convincer here, by the way, just after you finish shuffling, is to put it back, hold a break, then cut about a third of the card, put them on top, and say, you could have stopped me at literally any place in the pack. It doesn't really matter. What you're doing is you've got your break held here. You're actually cutting about a third of the cards, put it on top, immediately break, do the same thing again, immediately break, and throw that on top and immediately turn it over. It gives the illusion that you say, you could have stopped me literally anywhere in the pack here. It doesn't really matter where you stopped. And they see blue, blue, blue. You then say, well, I'll tell you what, let's try something. At that point, I get a break under 3 cards by thumbing up the top of the back of the pack. Break under 3 cards. I then point to any of the cards and say, watch, we'll try this. This would have worked better with a red deck. Let's try this. You flick it, you turn it over showing a red card. Effect number 1. Say, look, if I wave that one over that one, that also turns red. Then I touch this one, that turns red. In fact, I can take all the cards. At this point, you're going to grab the cards at the break in a kind of a biddle grip. You're going to pull the top card onto the pack, at the same time pulling out the double card over here. Okay, so an exposed view. Well, from the front, you're pulling the one card onto the pack as the double card gets pulled off. This is a double card. This is a single card with the sticky stuff on it. But you do this while hiding the fact that there's red cards underneath. So I really put my thumb far down. I don't do it over here, although you can. Either way, you just want